Well, how do you do? I'm sitting here at Macadoodles for my first beer on this Friday, and it is this. That pours beautiful, doesn't it? It is the Oskar Blue 10 Fidy Imperial Stout, 10.5%. I don't know the IBUs offhand. They don't have them listed here. And, you know, of course, since I didn't know what I was doing, didn't look it up ahead of time, but I'll just put it in later. Oh, wow. Wow. The nose is pretty deep on it, I'll tell you that. I get some deep brown sugar and molasses right away. You're going to get a little coffee. Wow. I'm probably gonna do a second video and splice them together, but I'll let this warm up a bit because I mean it's big. There's a lot going on. It's 10.5%. It's thick. I mean, but it's supposed to be. It is an imperial stout. That is the nature of the beast. This is a winter beer. This is a fireplace beer, what I call a fireplace beer. But yeah, it's good. I get big deep cocoa. A little molasses sweetness. I'm even getting a little anise myself. I'm not sure what you'll get out of it. I mean, that's just what I'm tasting. But I am going to let her warm up and try to do another video with it. I'll probably try to keep it short so I can just put them together just to do one video, but you know what I'm saying. So I'll be back when this warms up just a tad. Okay, well, howdy do, y'all. I'm back, and I let this warm up a bit. I worked through it a little bit. If in case you forgot, this is what it is. Yeah, the truth is, a beer like this, these aren't crazy cold coming out of the tap, but a beer like this is going to be better at about 55 to 60 degrees. Not that the flavors were bad, a little colder. They weren't. It was nice. But the flavors are always going to be a little sharper cold. They will kind of meld together better as it warms up. Some say the cold dulls the flavor. I don't necessarily disagree with that, but at the same time, it also makes them sharper. They'll hit your tongue a little bit sharper while they were cold. It may mute certain flavors, that I won't disagree with, but the flavors that you do have while they're colder, they will hit your palate a little sharper. Now that it's warmed up a bit, everything's kind of coming together in a bigger way. Cocoa, chocolate, molasses. You certainly get some molasses. It's a tad sweet without being crazy sweet. It is very creamy. About the right carbonation for the style. This style should not be heavily carbonated, but it shouldn't be dead either. Again, this kind of beer is a sipper. It's not meant to be chugged. It's not meant to be, you're not supposed to drink a 12-ounce can in 30 minutes. This isn't a light lager. This is a big imperial stout. I mean, personally, if I bought a 4-pack of this and opened one can, I'd pour probably half of it into a snifter and sit and relax over 30 to 45 minutes, over half of it, and then do the same with the other half. So I'm probably looking at about an hour and a half to drink a full can of this. To be honest with you, that's how I would personally drink it. Yeah, I mean, if you're a quicker drinker, that's, I'm not saying that's a problem, but a beer like this, you really want to sip, savor, and enjoy. And sitting in your snifter, it's not going to, it's not going to get too warm on you, man. You're going to be okay. It is a winter time. You're going to be all right, brother. You're going to be all right. So I'm going to sit back and finish the rest of this. I just wanted to kind of do a second part, as it were, to the same video as it warmed up. So I'm Tony Brewers. We're at Macadoodles, having the Oskar Blues 1050 for the very first time. It's the first time I've had this beer. Well, how do you do? I'm back because, well, my wife wasn't fast enough doing the shopping, so I'm going to have another beer. Hey, no, here, got in action. Here I am with the 1050 Imperial Stout, 10.5%. I don't have the IBUs. They don't have it handy on their cans. But we'll add that later, huh? Oh, yeah. Most of the beers here, they do a 21-ounce pour for $5. But because it's such a big beer, they did They poured it in a pint glass for $5, still reasonable. But this time I asked him if he'd put it in this glass. I didn't want any more beer, but I wanted it in the round glass and see if I can get the aromas better. And you really can. I mean, I've always been one that's defended the pint glass, because I think for many styles it is just fine. A lot of people make a big deal about it being useless, it should never be used. It is a classic American beer glass. It is certainly better than a lot of glasses that were being used before the craft beer revolution. There are worse beer glasses that can be used in a pint glass, but it is better with certain styles. A style like this really does benefit from a glass like this that concentrates the aromas. Again, I'm going to repeat myself from the earlier video. It is big molasses. It is cocoa. There's a little bit of coffee, and I'm personally getting some anise from it as well. Yeah, wow, it is nice. I've had this warm up a little bit because this type of beer really brought about 55 to 60 degrees, I think. Some may want it colder, some may want it warmer than that, but I'm going to say 55 to 60 is going to be ideal for a beer like this. It's wonderful. Yeah, I mean, it runs 13... I think it says $13.29 there for a 4-pack. That's a little pricey for me, but I mean, it is a good beer. It is, you know, it's worth that price. I wouldn't buy it all the time, but I would buy it. Let's just say that when it is, when it's style and weather appropriate. Let's see that. So let's say that. Let's say, how much have you had to drink? So anyway, I'm trying to beer whisper. Oh man, I'll see you later.